Hi po sa inyo lahat. So ngayon magagawa tayo na GCK account application para sa spousal. So punta tayo dito sa GCK account login. Choose natin yung sign in to IRCC secure account. Then punta tayo dito sa register for an account. Kasi wala pa tayong account. So choose natin yung option 1, register with a GCK username and password. Then gawa tayo ng sign up muna tayo. Sign up. Hindi muna sign in kasi wala pa tayong account. So I accept. So kapag may account na kayo doon, na sign in na lang kayo doon. So magawa kayo ng username. So halimbawa, ito ang username na gagawin natin. Amatorio 1. Okay. So, pumasok na. So, create your own password. So, maggawa tayo ng password. Visa. At ilista natin. So, hindi natin makakalimutan. So, ang password natin, isa tayo ng password. Okay. Naka-red pa rin siya. So, yan. Okay na yung strength medium. So, ayan. I-type natin ang password. Continue. Nag-error siya. So, anong sabi? Create password must contain at least one upper case letter. So, kailangan ang password natin ay nag-start sa malaking letter. Yan. Basta may start siya ng malaking letter para pumasok. Create tayo ulit ng password. Start natin sa capital letter. Ayaw niya. Isip tayo ng ibang password. So guys, bago kayo gumawa, magsulat na kayo ng password at username na gusto nyo. So, isulat nyo lang sa notebook para hindi nyo makakalimutan. So, start na natin. Yan. So, isulat muna natin. Continue. So, nag-error siya. Anong sabi? This could not be submitted because of 3 errors. Must contain at least 1 digit. Get password cleared. Confirm password cleared. So, okay. Try pa natin ng isang beses. So, back lang tayo para walang error. Try natin ulit. So, create password. Okay. Confirm password. Okay. Create your recovery questions, answer, and hints. So, mag-choose tayo dito at ililista natin ang mga sagot. So, we can choose my first pet. name. So, gagawa tayo ng sagot. Then, memorable person. Okay. Then, hint. Okay. Then, may memorable date. So, pwede natin ilagay yung date ngayon. Date ngayon ay April 27, 2024. So, nauuna ang year 2024. April, January, February, March, April 4. Then, 27. So, minsan, para mas madaling tandaan, April 1 na lang. So, memorable day hint, application. Sige, balik natin sa 27 to. Kasi ngayon natin ginagawa. Ngayon ay April 27. So, application. Application. Ang sagot. So, optional account recovery ulit. So, lagay natin ang email address. So, lagay ko ang aking email. So, proceed with confirmation. So, laging may confirmation na lalabas. Okay. So, nakapag-proceed na tayo. Choose a method of two-factor authenticate. What is two-factor? So, set up to your mobile device, set up your desktop, or set up your email. So, set up to your email. Okay, I accept. So, email address. One-time passcode. Pwede nyo isulat. So, tuloy na natin. Kapag nakapasok na tayo sa pinaka-main, mag-start na tayo magsagot ng mga IRCC questions. So, lalabas na. Okay, terms and condition. I accept. Create an account. So, the given name. Sulat nyo lang yung pangalan nyo kung sino yung nag-a-apply. So, dapat passport name. Yung given name, laging magkasama ang first name at middle name. So, i-type nyo. So, laging i-double check ang mga itinatype nyo na spelling. Create your security question. So, guys, security question, pwede nyo ulit-ulitin. Basta ilista nyo lang yung mga sinagot nyo kanina. So, pwede nyo ulit i-type yung what is the name of my pet? Then, ilang may ganun, security question 1 to 4, mag-fill up kayo. So, ililista nyo guys para hindi nyo makakalimutan hint. So, nakapasok na tayo. So, ang laging unang tanong dito, start an application. So, always press the apply to come to Canada. Then, we'll start the question. Please enter your personal reference code to begin your application. So, wala tayong reference code. We'll just proceed here down. Determine your eligibility and apply online. So, we press the visitor visa, study, and work permit. So, it's we're applying the spousal is under the work permit kasi it's open work permit. So, kung ano man ang ina-apply nyo dyan, ganyan ang paggagawa ng sa GCK account. So, yan. What would you like to do in Canada? So, usually pag spousal ang apply nyo, open work permit, you want to work in Canada. So, mamimili kayo dito guys sa mga questions. Meron study, visit, move there, work. At dapat mabilis kasi kapag matagal kayo magsagot, mawawala ulit yung link. So, babalik-balik kayo. Tapos may mga password ulit na yan, hihingin. So open work permit, yan. At how long are you planning to stay in Canada? Usually 2 years. It's temporary more than 6 months. Because we cannot choose the permanently because it's not PR or not for immigration. So it's just for open work permit. So usually the contract is 2 years. So we can choose that temporary more than 6 months. After that, the next question is select the code that matches the one of your passport. Please make selection. So the question is, saan ba daw yung passport mo? Sa Philippines. So, Philippines ang password. So, letter P. I-O-P. O-P. So, Philippines. PHL. So, what is your current country territory? Select the code that matches the passport. Then the next question is, what is your current country territory of residence? So, your current territory or residence na ka nakatira sa Philippines again. So, letter P again. Punta tayo sa letter P. Choose natin again ang Philippines. Yan. Madali lang guys. Basta dapat careful lang kayo sa pagsagot at honest. Do you have a family member who is Canadian citizen or permanent resident and is 18 years older? So, ang tanong dito, meron ba daw kayong family member na Canadian din or PR? So, usually, pwede natin sagutin na no. Wala tayong kapatid sa Canada. Kasi pag sinabing family member, pag sinabing family member, anak, asawa, ganon, or nanay. Iyan ang family member na tinatawag ngayon. Tinanggal nila ang siblings or kapatid at magulang. So, dapat 18 years old din. Means kasi, meron ding anak, pero wala pang 18 years old nung nag-aaral sa Canada. So, the answer is no. What is your date of birth? So, ilagay nyo lang ang date ng birth nyo. Date of birth is, check natin ang date of birth. Hanap kayo ng 1986. So, hanapin nyo ang 1986. Then, anong date? June. Anong buwan? So, find out if you're eligible to apply. Are you a lawful permanent resident of United States with a valid U.S. citizenship and immigration? U.S. citizen ba kayo? So, no. Next question is, find out if you're eligible to apply. I have a job offer and my employer gave me an offer of employment number or LAMIA number. So, wala tayong ganyan. Wala tayong LAMIA kasi wala pa tayong nahanap na work. Kung asawa tayo tapos mag-a-apply tayo sa Canada. So, doon pa lang tayo maghahanap ng work. So, wala din tayong offer na LAMIA. LAMIA is the number 1 required to get an work permit. But if we don't have offer, if you're open work permit, you can choose the job once you come here in Canada. So, the answer is no kung wala kang LAMIA na offer. So, find out if you're eligible to apply. So, if your work permit exempt category. So, may mga exemption yung work permit. At ito yung mga list. So, please make selection. No. Hindi naman tayo artist. So, will you be coming to Canada under an active public policy or special measure announced by IRCC? No. So, usually the answer is no lang. Are you spouse or common law partner or dependent child or a person who has or applying for a work permit? Yes. Kasi nga, asawa. So, yung asawa ay nag-work na sa Canada at ikaw ay kukunin ng asawa mo. So, yes. Are you a spouse, common law partner? So, guys, nakukuha ang asawa kahit common law partner or yung mga ka-live-in at ang dependent child or mga anak. So, yan. Kaya yes ang sagot dyan. So, have you recently graduated from a participating Canadian post-secondary institution which is your study program was full-time and minimum of 8 hours? So, ang tanong, have you recently graduated from Upward Swing, Canada? So, no, kasi nga, wala pa tayo sa Canada. Next, find out if you're eligible to apply. Are you a spouse or common law partner of a person who holds study permit? Check if you are eligible for an open work permit. No. The answer is no kasi ito ay asawa ng work permit, hindi ng study permit. Kasi guys, hindi na ngayon ina-accept ang asawa ng study permit dito sa Canada. So, tinanggal na lahat ang spousal application ng study permit. So, work permit na lang ang lahat na pwede. Para sa mga asawa, spousal open work permit ang application kung nag-work ang asawa sa Canada. Pero kapag nag-aaral, ang pwede lang makapasok ng mga asawa ay kung doctorate, lawyer, iyon ang mga so katatanggal lang guys. Kailan ba nag-start? Nakaraang this year? Yan, kakabalita lang. So, kaya no. Next question is, find out if you're eligible to apply. What is the marital status? So, of course, kung ikaw ay kasal, married, kung ikaw ay common law, hindi pa kayo kasal, ang pipiliin nyo itong common law. Pero kapag kasal kayo, so, married. Yan. So, what is your province or territory of destination? If visiting multiple province or territory, selected one in which you will spend most of your time. So, kung ang asawa ay nag-work sa British Columbia, halimbawa, or sa Alberta, so choose yung province na. Kasi dito sa Canada, iba-iba. Merong Ontario, merong Alberta, BC, so British Columbia, so iba-ibang place. So, dyan pupunta, halimbawa. So, next lang ng next. Your result, open work permit, okay, based on your information, you provided the result below indicates where there you may be eligible to come to Canada. Open work permit, Canada. You may eligible to come to Canada to work with an open work permit. So, ayan. So, eligible guys. So, tuloy-tuloy lang natin ang pagsagot. So, continue. Continue lang ng continue or next lang na next. Create your personal checklist. Open work permit. So, nandito na tayo sa checklist para makita na natin ang mga requirements. So, sa bawat answer natin dito, doon, sa ending nito, mag-a-appear kung ano yung mga kailangan nating requirements based on your answer in this application. So, sa open work permit, outside Canada, kasi open work permit outside Canada, manggagaling ang application. Kasi kapag open work permit inside Canada, ang ibig sabihin nun, nandito na sa Canada pero mag-a-apply ulit ng work permit or magre-renew or bagong work permit ulit. Kasi guys, ang work permit dito sa Canada ay lagi lang 2 years. So kapag i-renew ka pa ng employer mo, mag-a-apply ulit ng panibagong work permit or lamia muna at i-approve ang work permit. Yan. Kaya yun naman ay inside the Canada. So kapag outside, lahat ng hindi pa nakakarating dito sa Canada, outside the Canada, ang application ng open work permit. So kung saan mang bansa or lugar. So, continue lang natin. So, iwasan natin ang matagal sa pagsagot kasi mawawala ulit ang link niya. So, find out if you're eligible to apply. What type of work permit do you want to apply here? So, work permit with the labor market, a work permit. So, iba-iba tong klase ng work permit. So, ito ay work permit for spouse of an international student or for a family member of a worker. So, kasi dati, meron international student. Hanggang ngayon naman, pero ang kailangan para makapasok ka na spouse para sa international student ay kung lawyer or doctor ang asawa mo. Pero ngayon, tinanggal na nila ang mga ibang mga course dito na hindi under nun. So, pero tayo ay under ng family member of a worker na nagtatrabaho dito. So, yan. Iyan ang pipiliin natin. Yan. So, kung hindi nyo naiintindihan guys, yung bawat isa, pwede natin i-google yan. So, iba-iba to. May mga choices na seasonal agricultural worker program, a worker permit labor, may LAMIA, A work permit, kapag lamia ka, ito ang pipiliin mo. A work permit for intra-company transferee, so iba yon. So, nandito tayo sa a work permit of a family member of a worker. Yan. Kailangan maintindihan natin ang mga tanong at sagot bago mag-answer. Kasi maling sagot, so questionable yon. Kailangan laging honest sa sagot at totoo. Hindi pwede manghula. Kailangan alam mo talaga yung ina-apply mo. Yan. Next. Find out if you're eligible to apply. Are you accompanying a family member that has a status in Canada or has recently been approved to come to Canada? Yes, ang sagot dyan. Bakit? Kasi kung ang asawa natin ay nag-work na sa Canada, isasagot natin yan ang yes, or meron tayong makakasama na may status. Pag sinabing may status, may legal documents na hindi pa expired at may mga pinangahawakan document dito sa Canada. Iyon ang sinasabing status. So, next. Find out if you're eligible to apply. Have you ever committed being arrested? So, yan, no. Hindi tayo nakakamit ng any kind of criminal things. Yeah. So, no. Next lang. Find out if you're eligible to apply. Have you had a medical exam performed by an RC authorized panel physician within last 12 months? So, no. Hindi pa tayo nag-medical. Yan. So, have you visited or lived in any one of the designated countries for 6 consecutive months in the last year? Have you visited or lived in any one of the designated countries for 6 consecutive? So, pag sinabing designated countries, anong mga ibig sabihin ng designated countries? So, pwede kang mag-search sa Google, what is the meaning of the designated countries? Kung hindi mo naiintindihan yon. So, hanapin natin dito sa designated countries of origin include countries that do not normally produce refugees and respect human rights and offer state protection. The designated countries of origin policy meant to deter abuse of the refugee system by people who come from countries generally considered. So, usually, yan. Ang sagot dyan ay no. Yeah. So, next. Find out if you're eligible to apply. Do you want to work one of the following jobs? So, usually, ang pinaka-priorities job dito sa Canada ay nag-work sa saan? Sa health at tourism. So, health, clinical, medical, student admitted. So, no, hindi siya nurse. Kailangan meron kang mga certificates or mag-aral ka dito para pasok ka dyan about sa medical or healthcare. So, no ang sagot. Pero pagdating mo dito sa Canada, may mga binibigay ang government dito na pwede ka mag-aral kahit libre about sa health. So, pwede ka makapasok sa health pagkatapos mo mag-aral. May mga 3 months, ganun. Mag-inquire ka sa Ministry of Funding. Sila nagbibigay ng libreng pag-aaral dito sa Canada. So, kapag gusto mo mag-child care or mag-aral ka ng 3 months, libre yun. Kahit hindi pa kayo PR. Kasi yung kasamahan or friend na kakilala namin. So, yan. Nakapasok na yung asawa niya, naka-apply ng student para sa childcare ng 3 months at libre yon. Ang babayaran niya lang ng ibang course pagkatapos na ng 200, ganun lang. So, at para maging childcare na siya. Do you want to maka-apply na siya ng childcare? Do you want to submit an application for a family member? So, kung may kasama kayong anak, yes. So, kung dalawa ang anak nyo, kapag nagtanong ulit ng question na to, i-yes nyo ulit yun. Kung wala naman kayong kasama at asawa lang kayo, no ang sagot. So, magpo-proceed na ulit yun sa checklist. So, meron pa tayong isasama ng mga anak. So, yes ang sagot. Do you want to submit an application for a family member? So, next, find out if you're eligible to apply. If you're submitting application for more than one family member, please start with your spouse or common law partner. So, if you're submitting an application for more than one family member, so, i-start na natin sa anak. What countries does your family member live in? So, yung kasama natin na family member natin. So, sa Philippines din siya nakatira. Philippines. Okay. So, which country issued the family members passport? O, saan in-issue ng passport? So, guys, minsan nakatira kayo sa Kuwait. Sa Philippines pa rin ang pipiliin nyo kasi manggagaling pa rin yan sa Pilipinas. Sa Philippine Embassy pa rin. So, kung ano yung nationality nyo, kung anong country nyo, yun ang pipiliin nyo. Kasi minsan nakakonfuse sila. So, Pilipino sila, or taga-Pilipinas sila, nag-work sila sa Kuwait. So, pinipili nila ng Kuwait, hindi po. Philippines pa rin. Yeah. At kung saan, may mga confusing question kasi minsan dito sa application, so kailangan naiintindihan nyo. So, kapag sinabing, which country issues your family members passports? So, kahit pinanganak siya sa Kuwait, in-issued, pinasa sa Kuwait, pero sa Philippine Embassy pa rin yun, so Philippines pa rin. So, kung may mga tanong lang kayo, magkakaroon tayo ng YouTube channel or ng Facebook accounts para masagot ko ang mga tanong nyo. So, guys, eto. Ayan. Philippines. Find out if you're eligible to apply. Is your family member a permanent resident of United States? So, no. So, next lang. Usually, hindi naman tayo US citizen. What is your family member's current marital status? So, bata pa. So, single. Never married. So, pag mga 10 years old, so single. So, family member date of birth. So, ang date ng birth ay pinanganak ng 2013. So, again, in British Columbia, kung nandoon ang pupuntahan nyo. Find out if you're eligible. So, paulit-ulit lang to guys, katulad ng unang apply natin para sa mga anak nyo or asawa. Find out if you're eligible to apply. Is your family member currently or will they be living in Canada with a parent or legal guardian for their entire stay? So, tinatanong dito kung kasama ba daw ang magulang at titira sa magulang. Yan. So, yes. Then, next, find out if you're eligible to apply. Is your family member traveling with a parent who does not have full legal custody of them? So, is your family member traveling with a parent? So, pag sinabing full legal custody of them, so, ang ibig sabihin nito ay, is your family member traveling with a parent does not a custody order shows which parent has care and control of a child. If a custody order has been issued, a copy or an it letter from proving the other parent's consent is needed. Okay. So, yeah, guys, minsan, so, kahit na parent ang kasama nila, hindi fully legally, kasi may custody, ibig sabihin, may nag-usapan, or may pinagkasandaan ang parehang magulang, at kailangan may consent ng parehang magulang, or nung, kung sino yung, kung na kanina ang mga anak. So, is your family traveling with a parent who does not have a fully legal? So, ang sagot natin, yung may question mark, yun yung mga hint. So, ano nga ba ulit ang, is your family member traveling with a parent who does not have a full legal? A custody order shows which parent has care and control of a child. If a custody order has been issued, find out you're eligible to apply. Why is your family member visiting the Canada? So, ito ay to study more than 6 months. So, kapag ang bata or anak nyo ay 6 months, 6 years above, or 5 years above, or start from 5 years. So, pwede na sila mag-aaral dito ng libre sa Canada. So, pero, yun, ang pipiliin natin ay study more than 6 months. So, yun ang tinatawag na dependent child. So, yun ang maganda dito kapag nag-work ka dito sa Canada. Ang mga anak mo, kapag nadala mo dito sa Canada, ay makakapag-aral ng libre. Yan. Study more than 6 months ang pipiliin. Kasi, depende rin yon sa work permit, kung kailan ma-expired ang work permit ng asawa nyo, yung pinaka-principal, or yung kukuha sa inyo. Or yung pupuntahan nyo. Yan. So, usually 2 years lang na 2 years ang contract dito. So, kailangan Hindi permanent ang ilalagay niyo dyan. Study more than 6 months. Kung hanggang kailan yung work permit. So, find out if you're eligible to apply. Has your family members ever committed, been arrested for being charged with a convicted of any criminal offense in any countries? No. Yeah. Find out if you're eligible to apply. Has your family member had a medical exam performed by so wala pa, no. So next. Find out if you're eligible to apply. Has your family member visited or lived in one of the designated countries for 6 consecutive months in the last year? So, no. Next. In the 10 years, has your family members given their fingerprints and photo for application to come to Canada? Has your family member given their fingerprints? Hindi pa nagbabayo. So, next. Find out if you're eligible to apply. There are fees associated with your family member application with you paying your family members. So, mababayaran ba? Yes. Sagot niyo dyan, yes. Kasi kapag no, hindi kayo tatanggapin ng Canada, wala kayong pambayad. Yan. So, yes lang. Find out if you're eligible to apply. Do you want to submit an application for another family member? So, may isa pang anak, ang bunso, yes nyo yan. So, next. Find out if you're eligible to apply. What countries does your family member live in? So, guys, ulit-ulit ang tanong lang. So, yung mga sinagot natin kanina, halos pareha lang sila. So, kasi pareha naman silang naninirahan sa Philippines. So, the answer is Philippines. And which country issued the family member's passport or travel documents? Again, in Philippines. So, even you are living in Kuwait, Dubai, whatever place or countries, you're still always choosing which country what country of your nationality. That is the Philippines, not the place you are living. Yan. So, next lang ng next ang sagot. So, bawal matagal ang sagot. Nag-error siya. Is your family member or permanent resident of the United? No. So, wala tayong kilala sa US. What is your family member current marital status? So, single again. Kasi ilang taon lang. Ilang taon lang ang baby. Sagot doon. Is your family member currently or will they be leaving Canada with a parent or legal guardian on their stay? Yes. Titira sa mga magulang. Find out if you're eligible to apply. Is your family member traveling with a parent who does not have legal custody? With a parent who does not have full legal custody of them. So, medyo confused pa sa sagot na yes or no doon sa custody. Kung guys, kailangan na iintindihan ang tanong at sagot kasi nakaka-confuse minsan. Please make a selection. So, hindi pa siya pwedeng mag-aral kasi 4 years old pa lang siya sa October. So, pagpasok niya, wala pa siyang 5 years old. So, tourist ang kanyang tourist. What is all other types? What is the meaning of all other types? Kasi kapag tourism lang, mamamasyal lang dito. All other types, ibig sabihin pwede makasama mga magulang. Hindi naman siya work permit kasi baby pa. Hindi naman siya LAMIA. Hindi naman siya open work permit. So, less than 6 months studies, hindi pa siya mag-studies ng 6 months or ng less than. So, visit pa lang siya. Pero hindi siya tourism, hindi lang siya mamamasyal. Kasama niya mga magulang niya. So, all other types na lang ang ating pipiliin. So, does a family member want to apply for a parent and grandparent super visa? Only if your grandchild is a PR citizen, you are eligible PR. Otherwise, you must apply for a visitor visa. No. No ang sagot dyan. Yan. No. Next. Find out if you're eligible to apply. Has your family member ever committed crime? No. Or arrested? No. So, find out if you're eligible to apply. Has your family member has a medical exam? Wala pa tayo na-perform na mga medical. So, no. Next. So, ulit-ulit lang ang tanong. Next. Ito yung pag ina-apply mo ang yung mga anak. Kung 5 anak o ulit-ulit na ganyan. So, there are associated with your family member application will be paying your family members or if your family members fix them. So, magbabayad ng application. Do you want to submit an application for another family? So, wala na. 2 lang ang anak na i-apply natin. So, next na. Ang sagot ay no. So, mag-i-stop na ang tanong. Pero pag yes ang sinagot mo dyan, may tanong ulit pa ulit-ulit. So, kung may i-apply ka pa, kung 5 ang anak mo, yes ang sagot dyan. Kapag wala ka nang i-apply, no ang sagot. So, next na. So, find out if you're eligible to apply. Are you giving someone access to your application? Yes, I will be appointing a representative. So, wala tayong representative. Tayo ay nagdi-DIY or do it yourself. So, ang sagot dito ay no. Wala tayong consultant. Kasi masyado yun mahal. Wala tayong agency. So, no. Sariling gawa. So, in the past 10 years, have you given your fingerprints and photo biometric for application to come to Canada? No. This is first time to apply in Canada. So, there's our fees associated. Magbabayad ka ba daw? Yes, I will be paying my application fees. So, next. Kasi kapag no ang sinagot mo dyan, so, automatic out ka na. Walang pambayad. Are you able to make a digital copy of your documents? Yes. Yes. Yan. Find out if you're eligible to apply. Will you be paying your application fees online? To pay online, you can use a credit card. Yeah, pwede kang gumamit ng mga card mo. Yes. Ang sagot dyan. Next. So guys, lalabas na ang ating checklist ngayon kung ano ang mga requirements na kailangan at magsasagot tayo. Kailangan natin kumpletuhin ng mga checklist na lalabas. So, kailangan, bago ka pag-apply dito, halos prepared ka na. Kung hindi mo pa alam, yan. Makikita natin ngayon ang mga requirements na kailangan at kailangan ma-prepare natin yon in just 60 days kasi mawawala itong account. Pero pwede mo namang ulitin ulit itong account. Tapos, kapag nakakomply ka na ng mga requirements, nakompleto mo na, yan. Ito yung mga, so pagkatapos guys, ito na yung summary of your answer. So, pwede mo ngayang i-review, pwede mo yung i-modify kung ano ang mga work. How long are you planning to stay in Canada? Temporarily, more than 6 months. So, select the code that matches one of your passport. Philippines, what is your current country? Philippines, kasi nasa Pinas na. Kahit tumira ka sa Kuwait, pero nasa Pinas ka na, sa Pinas. Do you have a family member who's Canadian citizen? No. What is your date of birth? Okay. 1986. Halimbawa, ganun ang date ng birth niya. What are lawful or permanent? No. Usual ang sagot dyan. I have a job offer. No. We don't have still job offer. Do you plan to work in any of following work permit exempt categories? No. Hindi naman tayo artista. So, may mga list dyan. Military, healthcare, student, yung kanon. Will you be coming to Canada under active public policy or special? No. Are you spouse? Yes. Work permit. Have you recently graduated from a participating Canadian? No. Are you spouse of common law partner, person who holds a study permit? Kaya nila tinatanong kasi hindi na nga pwede makapasok dito ang mga nag-aaral. Except kung nag-aaral ka ng law or ng mga doktor, yan. Pwede kang makapasok kung asawa ka. What is your marital status? Married? Kung kasal kayo, common law kapag hindi pa kasal, pwede ka rin makapasok. So, anong province pupuntahan mo? Halimbawa, British Columbia, kung doon ka pupunta, nandun yung asawa mong nagtatrabaho dito sa Canada. So, what type of work permit do you want to apply for? A work permit of a spouse, of an international student, or for a family member of a worker? Yeah. Are you accompanying family? So, ito yung tanong kanina, kung may kasama kang anak or asawa, yes. Have you ever committed or arrested, charged? No. So, ang anak ay 10 years old. Yan. No. Okay. So, no. Lahat yan, no. Kasi baby pa. Do you want to submit an application for a family member? Yes, ulit. Kasama pa ang isa pang anak. So, paulit-ulit lang yan. So, single kasi baby pa. So, ang birthday ilagay kung kailan pinanganak. So, traveling with a parent who does not have a full legal custody. So, medyo confused tayo dito. Papalitan na lang natin kung yes or no. Titingnan din natin ng checklist. So, study more than 6 months. Ayan. Ito yung mga sagot natin kanina. Ayan. Itong una ay para sa asawa. Itong pangalawa ay para sa panganay na anak. So, 10 years old yan. At ang pangatlo, ito naman, visit all other types. So, ang choice kasi dito, guys, ito, visit tourism, all other types. So, hindi naman kasi tourism lang. All other types. Yan. So, update information. Please review. Okay. Okay na. So, ulit-ulit lang ang tanong. Ang always last question is, there's our fees. Mababayaran mo ba? Makakapag-produce ka ba ng digital copy? At pwede ka magbayad ng mga MasterCard. So, that is the last question. Lahat lang doon na yes. So, eto na. Submitting your application. We're submitting now our application so the checklist will come out na at malalaman na natin ang mga requirements na kailangan. On the screen, you will be asked to upload the documents of your application. Please do not use browser. So, step 1, you must be logged into your account. Submit an application. You cannot use another person's account. Step 2, save your application. If you select exit button, your information will be saved and return to account homepage. You can continue your application anytime. So guys, kung ikaw nagkagawa ng account mo, ikaw lang ang makakapag-access. Bawal ang iba. Here are some guidelines for your documents, your forms. Kung wala ka namang representative, DIY ka or do it yourself. So, hindi mo kailangan magbayad. Magtanong-tanong ka lang. You do not need to sign your application form by hand. If you submit your application form online, you will be asked to provide digital signature. So, may mga digital signature. So, minsan susulat mo lang, itatype mo lang yung name mo at last name yan. You will be required to upload every requested form document. You are not able to proceed to the next step until you upload every form. I hope pictures provide you will form. Yan. Basahin nyo lang yun, guys. So, nakasulat dito, bawal lumagpas ng 4 MB. Pwede ka mag-send ng PDF, JPEG, at documents, micro Word. Yeah. JPEG. Okay. Scan your document at lower DPI, that's per inch. Remove all empty space around the shrink the image, reduce your JPEG image quality. Kasi kapag masyadong mataas ang properties, hindi siya pumapasok. Or kapag lagpas ng 4 MB. So, pay your fees. So, continue lang. So, dapat binabasa natin isa-isa, guys, para alam nyo at naiintindihan nyo. So, eto na ang checklist natin. So, not provide. Application details not provide kasi hindi pa natin napapasa. So, mag-iiba ang status niyan kapag napasa na natin. So, document name. Ito yung outside of the Canada or IMM 1295 require. So, kailangan nating i-download to. Sa laptop lang usually nada-download ang mga ganito. At kailangan meron tayong PDF Acrobat or yung nakaka-read kasi hindi siya basta-basta na-open. So, yung support, ito yung para sa application forms natin. Yan. Ang susunod naman ay para sa supporting documents. Ang under na supporting documents. So, screenshot natin para alam natin ang mga list of documents na kailangan natin i-provide. So, guys, ito yung mga kailangan i-provide. IMM 57 Hindi na natin siya 5707 usually yan. Yan. Hindi na siya mausod dun sa dulo. Ayan. Nag-stuck na siya. Ay, nako. Lumiit na ulit. So, minsan pag nabuksan nyo na or nausod nyo, hindi na siya babalik. So, ito na tayo. So, ang umpisa, optional documents at client information sa optional documents. Guys, kahit optional documents siya, kailangan pa rin natin siyang pasahan sa client information ng lahat ng ibang documents na pang supporting. So, para mas mabilis ang pag-approve ng application. So, lahat ng evidence or proof of evidence kailangan natin ipasa. So, minsan nilalagay natin dito sa client at i-merge natin ang lahat ng details. So, ito yung usually na requirements. Sasagutan natin yung work permit made outside the Canada at etong family information ng IMM 5707. Lahat ng tungkol sa pamilya mo, birthday at kailan pinanganak, saan pinanganak, mga address, use of family members representative, so naka-know yan. Yung digital photo, proof of relationship, so yung mga marriage contract or birth certificate, yan, proof of relationship. Andyan yan, proof of relationship, marriage contract, at birth certificate ng mga anak. Andyan lahat yan. Kasi pupunta ang asawa, pupunta ang anak, ano ang proof of relationship na kailangan mo. So, dyan papasok ang marriage contract at ang mga birth certificate ng mga anak. Dahil nandoon ang pangalan ng mga magulang, ang nanay at tatay. So, proof yun of relationship. So, dito naman sa Schedule 1, application, hindi na natin mabasa. Isang IMM pa ulit yan ulit. So, sasagutan natin. Kapag sa laptop, guys, kitang-kita nyo yan. So, gamit lang natin ang ating cellphone ngayon. Kaya, hindi na natin mapihat. So, client information. So, usually sa client information, nandiyan yung mga lamia ng asawa na nasa Canada. Yung mga requirements usually ng asawa na nandito sa Canada na nag-work, yung work permit niya, yung lamia niya, yung job offer niya, tapos yung payslip, yan, kasali yan, payslip, mga 3 months, pwede na 3 months, so, sa by week ang sahod dito sa Canada, so, kapag 3 months ang ipapasa mo, yung pinaka-latest ngayong month, so, ngayon ay April, so, etong, kunyari, ipapasa mo na ngayong katapusan, lalabas yung sahod, or ang pinaka-latest mo ay nung 15 or nung by week ng April. So, iyon. So, balikan 3 months. So, February, March, April. So, 3 buwan pero 6 yun kasi 2 beses sumasahod sa isang buwan. Yan, by week ang sahod, hindi monthly. So, kasama yon sa payslip. At kasama ang mga iba nyo pang documents katulad ng bank statement. Usually kapag skilled worker ka, hindi mo na kailangan ng mga bank statement sa skilled worker. Pero kapag mga sales associate, dati nga hindi pwedeng makapasok dito ang mga anak, asawa kapag hindi skilled worker. Kapag mga sales associate, hindi siya semi-skilled ang tawag doon. So, hindi dati pinapayagang makapasok. Pero ngayon, laging nag-change ang law dito sa Canada. So, it's a good news kasi basta may pera ka or meron kang pang show money, which is equivalent to the funds of the Canada. Yan, may family funds. Kung ilan yung member, may equivalent na amount yon. So, kung 3, halimbawa, nasa 21,000 yon na Canadian dollars. So, dapat may ganun kang pang show money para parang hindi lalabas na pambigat ka dito sa bansa na to. So, kaya mong i-provide lahat ng mga pangailangan mo pag nakapasok ka na sa Canada. Ganun. So, para ma-approve ang application mo. So, napakaganda guys ng mga privilege na binibigay ng Canada at ng mga chance para magkasama-sama or reunite the family here in Canada. So, mahalaga sa kanila ang reuniting ng family. So, yun. Yun lang, tinanggal na ang family para sa student visa. Ang pwede lang ay yung family ng nag-doctor at law. At may isa pa, nakalimutan ko ng isa. Yon. So guys, sana nakatulong sa inyo. So kailangan isa-isahin nyo yan. At ito naman ang family members you have told us the additional people will come to Canada with you. Please attach their documents below. So application for study permit made outside of Canada required. Yan. Sasagutan mo yung form na yan. 1294. So, ayan. Tapos, meron din dito na ito, letter of acceptance. Letter of enrollment registration required. So, sa BC, hindi naman kailangan ang letter of acceptance. Gagawa ka lang ng intent of letter. Yan. Walang LOA dito sa British Columbia. Iyon ang maganda. Mas madaling makapasok. Hindi katulad sa ibang province, kailangan mo muna mag-apply sa school or ng LOA. So, kailangan sa mga bata ng letter of acceptance, passport, custody documents required. So, no pala ang dapat nasagot natin para matanggal tong custody documents. Kasi kasama ang magulang, so you don't need the custom. So, may i-edit tayo, guys. So, nagkaroon ng custody documents, dapat wala yan. So, ito naman parent consent letter. Ayan, digital photo. So, dapat mawala tong dalawa. Custody documents at current. Kasi kasama naman ng magulang. So, sa another one, yung client information. Application. Di na mausad. So, continue. So, guys, kapag matagal, nagsishow kung kailangan pang continue or mag-out. So, usually, ang babayaran dito ay, yan, biometric, open work permit, study permit, visitor, including SE, ME, and extension. 100. Yan. Ito ang bayad. 85 para sa biometric. Hindi nagba-biometric kapag less than 14 years old, if I'm not mistaken. So, open work permit, 100 ang bayad. Sa work permit, 155. Sa study permit, 150. So, may application, fees. Of course, walang librens dito sa Canada. At visitor includes SE, ME, and extension, 100. So, ang total ay 590. Yung in-apply ko rin ng mag-ama ko, so mag-ama ko lang, ang anak at asawa ko. So, 490 naman sila. So, na-add lang ang 100. So, that's the application. So, guys, balik tayo kanina. I-modify natin tong answer natin dito sa... So, kapag may mga mali, minsan guys, it's fine to have a mistake kasi makikita natin yung pasikot-sikot ng pagsagot at mamamaster natin. At yung mga ibang mga tanong, kapag nagtatanong ng iba, kaya na natin sagutin. So, dito sa dalawang sa bata, ang isasagot natin dito ay no. Sa, nasa na ba yan? Let's see. Yung may tanong na, you will add your family member. Are you applying for family member? Ito. Your family member traveling with a parent who does not have full legal custody of them. So, walang custody, walang full legal. So, dapat no ang sagot dito, guys. No. No. Update information. Yan. At sa isa pa, dapat no din ang sagot. Kasi kapag kasama natin ang anak natin, hindi natin kailangan ng mga consent. So, no. So, yes. Minsan hindi naman talaga natin masyadong alam ang mga isasagot natin dito. Pero na lang doon sa mga nakapag-apply na. Kaya alam nila ang mga sagot. Pero kapag matagal ka na rin nag-apply, minsan makakalimutan mo na rin yung mga sagot. Ano bang pinili mo doon? Ano bang sagot doon? So, Okay. May isa pa dito na niyas natin. Is your family member traveling with a friend who does not have full legal? Kailangan dito ay no. Kasi kasama ang magulang sa pag-travel. Update ulit. Ayan guys. So, na-edit na natin yan. Kailangan bumalik tayo at maiiba ulit ang checklist natin or ang requirements. Yung checklist dito, yun yung requirements. So, continue lang natin to sa end. Sa bawat sagot natin, naiiba ang checklist. Cause, depende. Ayan. So, wala na sa supporting documents ng bata, hindi na kailangan ng mga consent kasi kasama naman ang magulang. So, guys, eto na. Tama na ang ating sagot. Madali naman guys, ayan no, nakikita nyo kung ano ang mga kailangan na sagot sa tanong. Walang perfecto na tao. So, okay lang na. Yan. Huwag mo lang ipapasa na hindi ka sure sa mga sinasagot mo. Kailangan alam mo. Magtanong-tanong mo na. Yan. So, eto na yan. Family information, passport, use of family member, representative online. 5713, isusulat mo lang na no dyan. Tapos, digital photo, proof of relationship. Yan. Madali naman to. Kasi, i-upload mo lang ang mga forms na meron ka. Dapat hindi lang aabot ng 4 MB. Yan. Tapos, eto na. Application of temporary resident made via 5257. Ayan. At client information. So, nakaseparate ang client information ng magulang sa anak. So, application for study made outside of Canada, IMM 1294. So, para sa bata, kailangan sagutan yan. At letter of acceptance. Yan, passport at digital photo para sa bata. Sa isa naman, hindi pa mag-aaral. So, ang kailangan niya lang, Schedule 1 application, yung katulad kanina dito. At ang application for visitor. Ito. Yan. So, digital photo passport, client information, at (5257). Yan. Iba yung requirements sa anak na tourist at anak na student permit ng dependent. So, magkaiba sila. Yan. Magkaiba. Ito lang sa kapag student na anak. Yan. Ito ang requirements. Ni-screenshot ko guys. So, para mapakita ko rin sa inyo ng maayos. At ito application para sa tourist. Kapag mga hindi pa pag-aaral, 5 below. At ang fees, so ang fees natin ay ganun pa rin, 590. So guys, tapos na tayo mag-apply. Kumpletuhan na lang ang mga sagot dyan. Upload lang ng upload kung anong document na meron ka. Ayan. Dito yun ina-upload sa dulo. Yung nakita niyo yan. Upload file. Diyan ina-upload sa bawat dulo niyan. So, kung ano man. ang inyong ipapasang documents. So guys, kailangan i-merge nyo kung mas maraming documents kayong ipapasa. Kunyari, 5 papel, ipapasa nyo, di ba, in-scan copy nyo yon. Ang usually ginagamit ko ay compressed PDF. I love PDF. So maganda siya kasi halos ganun pa rin yung laki at linaw. Pero pag minsan, pag masyadong malabo na yung in-scan nyo, tapos i-compress nyo pa, masyadong malabo na, siguraduhin yung mababasa pa rin ng officer. So, hindi dapat malabo, malinaw lagi ang mga ipapasang documents para hindi mahihirapan ang mga officer sa IRCC pag mag-check na sila. So guys, I am not a consultant, I am not an agent. Ito ay based sa aking na-experience at share ko lang kung paano ko ginawa ang pagdi-DIY or do it myself. Yan. Yung application na